Hi lovelies, you're welcome to another tutorial today. Our tutorial for today is a apron and hair bonnet. Some call it a chef cap. So let's get to work. So here I have a measurement, so just change this a measurement to your own. If you are making it for an adult, this one is for a child. So here is the measurement I'll be using. The bust, what you need is just the bust, the hip, and actually the length of the apron. So to determine this place will be folding, you have to check the biggest side. Maybe it's the bust or the hip that is big for her. Her hip is the biggest. So whatever I have there, I'll be dividing it into two. I'll be dividing it by 2 because you know apron is just the front, so I'll be dividing it just by 2. Then I will add extra 3 inches to it so that you cover the side a little. So here I have it. I have my 15 because our hip is 24, so I divide it by 2. I have 12 plus the extra 3 inches. I have 15. Then our length is 25 inches. Our length is 25 inches. But as we all know, apron doesn't start from the shoulder, so you have to off like 3 inches upward. You see, we start from 3 inches to measure the length of the apron. So I later use 25 inches, that is I use 24 inches for actual length and extra 1 inch to fold it. So if you are working with an adult, just change these measurements. This process is still the same thing. And I'll be folding this into 2 to mark out my armhole. So here as I folded it, I have 7.5, so I just divide the 7.5 into 2 so to mark the midpoint. So the middle I have here is 3.5 and a quarter, so I start my armhole from there. So here, while cutting the armhole, you don't have to off the 3 inches. You know, apron, the armhole is always down, so just cut your actual armhole without any off. So here I use armhole of 6 inches, so I just cover out my armhole. Then for the down part, I just wanted to have a slight curve, so I mark 3 inches to the side and 3 inches upward. Then I connect this curve together. I just want to have a slight curve. If you don't want any curve, you can just leave this. So here I have my curve and I'm trying to cut out the armhole as well. So here we have, you see that our apron is getting shape already. So the next thing, I'll be attaching a pocket. So for this pocket, I used 8 by 7 inches. So I use 8 by 7 inches. So you can increase it, you can reduce, depending on the size of the pocket you want. You can make it wider or longer. Then I have a stripe. I have a stripe of 2 inches by 15 inches. I have 2 by 15 inches, and this stripe I cut out 4 pieces of this stripe. So the next thing is to fold the edge, the upper part, you just fold it in. Then the pocket as well, the upper part, you fold it in like this. You will not stitch it to the fabric, you just fold it in, just the pocket. You fold the edge, fold it in like this, just the pocket. You don't have to stitch it to the main dress. And so here my stripe, I cut out 4 of this stripe, the 2 by 15 inches. So here I've stitched the edge and I've stitched the pocket side as well. So after that, you pick your pocket and fold it in, but this time around you'll be stitching it on the dress. You fold the down part inward as well, and the other side. So you'll be stitching these on the main material on the base. You'll be stitching it down, leaving just the upper part open. Then for this stripe, I'll be making a bias with it. So you fold one hand. So to make this bias, you just fold the two edges and cover it up together like this with your iron. You create this with your iron. You can as well use a regular bias tape. So I'll be using two stripes for this. So here I've created my bias with the two stripes. So is this bias I will use to cover up the armhole. So like I said, you can use your regular bias, you can fold it in as well, but this stripe I will be using it to tie the neck. So that's why I'm using the stripe. You just use it to cover up the armhole and stitch it all through the hand. So here I have it. You see that our apron is having shape already. So and here I have my pocket to stitch down. So the remaining thing here is just to hem the side and the down part. You just hem it round. Then after that, I'll fold the remaining two stripes into two, turn it to the right side and attach it to the sides for tying. So I have it sewn. I'm turning to the right side here. So I will just measure from up to down and know the midpoint. So I attach this stripe at the center, but I later added another stripe to the point that the armhole ends, so as to be firm on the body. So you can see I've attached the stripes together. So with this, our apron is ready. So now to our cap. So with this cap, our head circumference is 20 inches. So I cut out 20 by 20 inches. Then after that, you fold your material into two. You fold again. So that means you are folding this piece into 4. You are folding it into 4. So the essence of this is that I want to get a circle. So whatever the hair circumference is, you divide it by 2. So that is what you will use to mark your circle. So you'll be rotating your tape rule at the edge and mark whatever you get as the hair circumference divided by 2. In this case, I have 10. So I measure 10 all round. But while rotating your tape, make sure it's at the edge. So here I have my circle. Then you fold it into 2 and measure just 3 inches upward. If it's an adult, you can use 4 inches, maximum of 4 inches. So you mark your 3 inches upward and just create a opening. You create an opening here. So this is what I mean. So I have it open. Then after that, you get a bias and use it to cover up this opening. You just fix the material in between and cover this up. So here is how it looks. So after that, you take your circle to the machine and make a loose stitch. You make a running stitch. So here is the stitch, a very loose stitch that you can pull to create your gathers. You can see the loose stitch. So you just pick one side of the thread, you pick it up and pull to create your gathers. So if this is your first time of tuning into this channel and you have not subscribed, you have not joined this family, please kindly join us, kindly subscribe to this channel. You can see we have amazing design and we have more amazing designs to come. So do well to subscribe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always supporting your girl. So here, after pulling your gathers, we measure to make sure that you have the actual edge circumference. So I've measured this and I find that I have my 20 inches exactly. So I will have to secure the thread. So this is what I have. You see that our cap is ready. So the next thing is the band. So this band depends on how wide and how long you want it to be. So for this child, I made it 5 inches by 26 inches. Is not long at all. I just tie it a little at the back, no excess. But if you want it to have excess, you have to make it very long. So the next thing is to fold the two sides a little. We just half an inch. You fold this side, you fold the other side as well, and cover this up. And after covering you do this with your iron. So here is what I have. After ironing it, I've covered this up. I've created my my band. So you mark the middle, you pick up the band, mark the middle, pick up the cap as well and mark the middle. Then after that, you match the midpoint of the cap together with the midpoint of the band. But this time around, you make sure that the raw edges enters into the band. You fix it in between the opening such that the two sides will be the same. You fix it in between this and stitch it down. You can see, and you stitch the other side as well. So after stitching, this is what I have. Our cap is ready. You can see the opening. It will make it easy for you to wear. Our cap is ready. You can see the stitch. With this, if you use a material that the two sides are okay, you can use both sides. You can use both sides. That is, the front and the back are just the same at the band area. You can see. No right side, no wrong side. So here we have our band, our cap, and here we have our apron. And here is our model rocking the apron and the cap. So thank you for watching. See you in another tutorial.